was something different about Seollal 2026, something that wasn't spoken out loud, yet could be felt so clearly in the air. One gaze. One quiet moment. And thousands of hearts trembled at the same time. Hello, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to the Taekook Diary channel Purple Heart. Today, we're not just talking about an ordinary celebration. We're talking about a moment that felt deeper than a simple New Year greeting. We're talking about how, in the warmth of Seollal, there was a connection so real that it was impossible to ignore. Seollal has always been a sacred time in Korea. It's the day families gather, when the best wishes are shared, when a bowl of tteokguk is eaten with hopes for longevity and good fortune in the year ahead. It's a moment to return home. A moment to reunite with loved ones. A moment filled with meaning. And in 2026, the Seollal greeting they shared felt simple, yet overflowing with emotion that was difficult to explain. There was no grand stage. No dazzling concert lights. Just a quieter, more personal atmosphere. And that's exactly where everything began to feel different. When the camera captured them together, there was one small detail that made so many people pause for a second. The way Jungkook looked at Taehyung. It wasn't an ordinary glance. It wasn't just looking at someone who was speaking. It was a soft, deep, attentive gaze, as if, in the middle of a world that keeps moving, he chose to stop for a moment, just to fully take in Taehyung's presence. And what made it even more powerful was the way Taehyung responded. The smile that slowly appeared wasn't a wide, stage-ready smile. It was a small, natural smile. The smile of someone who feels comfortable. Someone who feels understood without needing many words. The winter atmosphere in Seoul added another emotional layer that was impossible to ignore. Snow fell gently, creating a calm and romantic backdrop. There was a moment captured around Noksapyeong with Namsan Tower standing majestically in the distance. The city looked cold, yet somehow, the space between them felt warm. Many fans began noticing the little details. The location not far from their living areas. The timing that felt so personal. The choice to share that moment on a day that holds deep meaning for family and loved ones. Was it a coincidence? Or simply our interpretation as fans? On this channel, we always watch with open hearts. We don't force conclusions. We simply observe and feel. As they made a Seollal card together, the distance between them seemed almost non-existent. Their hands brushed against each other several times. Jungkook soft praise when he saw Taehyung's drawing. The way his voice sounded gentler. Softer. Like someone speaking to something precious. Taehyung smiled every time he was complimented. There was a mix of pride and shy sweetness in his expression. And at one small moment, there was a touch of hands that felt deeply meaningful. Not dramatic. Not exaggerated. But enough to make many people feel that there was something deeper there. What stood out the most wasn't a grand action, but a small habit. Whenever Jungkook did something funny, his first instinct was to look for Taehyung's gaze. As if the most important validation didn't come from the world, but from that one person. And Taehyung? He always seemed attentive. In a crowd, his body subtly angled toward Jungkook. His tone became softer. His gestures more protective. This isn't something you can stage for the camera. It's body language shaped by time. By habit. By closeness that has grown naturally. A strong bond isn't always announced with big words. Sometimes it's seen in how two people create their own small world in the middle of the noise. And during Seollal 2026, it truly felt like we were witnessing that small world form so clearly. This moment wasn't about proving anything. Not about labels. Not about rumors. It was about a feeling captured in a fraction of a second. About warmth that could be felt even through a screen. And maybe that's why so many people felt touched. Because sincerity can always be felt. Even without explanation. Now I want to hear from you, K-pop lovers and ARMY all around the world. What did you feel when you saw that moment? Did you sense the same calmness and warmth, or was there another detail that stood out to you even more? Write your thoughts in the comments. I want us to discuss respectfully, like a community that supports one another. Every perspective matters. If you enjoyed this kind of analysis, don't forget to hit the like button right now. Your support helps this channel continue bringing discussions filled with love and positive energy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to join the Taekook Diary family. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next moments that others might overlook. Thank you for watching until the end. Thank you for being part of this warm community. May this new year bring happiness, health, and fresh hope to all of us. Because sometimes, one gaze on a special day can hold a story far greater than what appears on the surface. Purple Heart.